That's correct, this is a Peugeot or Peugeot Bakkie. It is the Landtrek, the Peugeot Landtrek, and it's not a 300 or 400 or 500 for that matter. It's got no numbers to it, it's just a Peugeot Double Cab Landtrek, and this is the 4x2 model. If this is your first time watching, my name is Muhammad Fakir and welcome to my channel. So it is a bit shaky, but the reason for it is because the Peugeot Bakkie, the Landtrek, it seems to be a little bit more shaky than expected. You do feel a little bit more of a bump than, for example, in your Hilux Legend. I'm mentioning that because you can get a Toyota Hilux for around 560,000 Rand, and this is the Peugeot Landtrek 4x2 model. As mentioned, it costs around 589,000 Rand for the entry model vehicle, and this is of course in your bright green. It is available in 6 colors in the country, and the 4x4 model will set you back at around 669 to 670,000 Rand. So what is exactly, why do we see that there is a Landtrek Bakkie offering by Peugeot? And it's because basically Peugeot is giving a chance to see if they can sell a Bakkie. There's not many on the road. You'll see that this vehicle was launched in 2021, so you don't see many of them in the vehicle. Now, no, I'm not taking this off-road, this also being the 4x2 model. I don't want to take too much of a risk, but I do want to mention some of the capabilities, like for example the engine is a turbo fueled engine, and it is 101.9 litre engine. It has 110 kilowatts of power and 350 newton meters of torque. So the torque is quite good compared to the kilowatts, but of course having an engine does make a bit of a difference. It's a 6-speed automatic gearbox, and you can see that, yeah, it's very nice interior. And I must say, when I compare it to the 308 GT, if you are driving a Peugeot already and you want to have a Bakkie and you move to the Landtrek, you're definitely not going to be shocked. It's a very familiar feel, but most beautiful of this car for me, apart from this bulky look, you can see that this car has a 10-inch display. So the infotainment system is gonna definitely be a very cool one, and yeah, very premium finishes like the French company already familiarizes you with, especially if you are a Peugeot fan. This car is definitely it. Now, talking more about the exterior, because I jumped right into the interior. You've got 235 millimeters of ground clearance on the 8-inch wheels on the 4x4 model. This is a 17-inch model, so you get a little bit less, but it is a very bulky and spacious, rugged looking car. This car looks like a beast. I mean, you've got that Peugeot emblem on the front, on the chrome detailed grille, and there's a lot of chrome detailing, as you can see, which is very nice and eye-catchy. The car feels really big. It sits extremely high on the road, and I can see a whole lot of people are just staring at me and giving me a thumbs up, because this car is definitely a looker. You've also got your dual LEDs on the front, so that makes for an even more attractive look. And yeah, I think this car is definitely for Peugeot fans, which we know people in South Africa specifically, especially if you have to buy a Bakkie, you need to be a fan of the brand. And I think that's what Peugeot is definitely kind of welcoming, the fact that, you know, you might already have a Peugeot and you want a Bakkie, so why not go for it? Definitely the Peugeot Landtrek will be suffice. You can see on the back you've got a very sizable Bakkie or load, and it can carry over 1 ton, Peugeot claims, and there's a multiple array of accessories available to you or the customer. These of course your reverse cameras, as well as your side mounted cameras if you want to go off-roading, so that's really cool. But I think what's more cool is just the interior, and looking at that this Bakkie standard comes with your infotainment, of course, but also your your canvas and your leather interior. It's a very spacious vehicle, I must say, and it seems to be very nice if you are a passenger at the back. You've also got that extra detail for passengers to hang up your hooks, so your garment hooks on the front seats for the rear passengers, and your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, so all the bells and whistles. You do have push to start, also comes standard, and you can adjust your steering wheel if you'd like, whether it's up and down or just your rack kind of feel. You've got ISOFIX in the back of the car, but you've also got your rear armrest, and in that you also have your dual cup holders in the front as well, that's dual, and your bottle holders as well on the door, so that is definitely a plus. Now looking at on your long trip so far, I've got about 10.4 liters per 100 kilometer, which is fantastic. Just a reminder, if you didn't watch or you skipped, this is a 1.9 liter engine, so it is definitely quite economical, and on a shorter trip you're looking at 11.2 liters per 100 kilometers, so that's a very fuel efficient. So that is just a quick look at the Peugeot Landtrek, that is Landtrek, not the Land Cruiser. I would definitely say it's a nice vehicle. I wouldn't probably buy it for myself if I were looking for a Bakkie. I would be more in the likes of a Hilux Bakkie or something more in demand, or looking at the resale value within the market here in South Africa. But I'm sure that we're going to see another rendition of this vehicle in this year 2022, or maybe 2023 if the market decides to, the brand decides to give this vehicle a longer try for this model. I must say the car is quite noisy, so you can see it is a little bit bumpy, and that's definitely one of the cons of the vehicle. But that's the Peugeot Landtrek. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.